Good evening, everybody. Welcome to West Quad Gymnasium here on Brooklyn College campus for the women's basketball game between the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and the College of Staten Island Dolphins. I am Pat Brown along with my partner Ivan Morabel, bringing you the action live on this 7th day of the new year of 2019. And how are you doing, Ivan?
Feeling good. It's been a while since you and I have called a game, but of course here we are in 2019. Yet, here again to call another game together.
Yes, indeed, and we've got a good one going on. We got the undefeated Brooklyn Bulldogs, 3-0, going against the 4-1 College of Staten Island Dolphins. And this, talking to Coach Lang, is going to be a good test. Brooklyn's going to have a short bench. They only have 8 players, according to 14 for the Dolphins. But the good thing is, Brooklyn has been on a roll, winning 2 games in a row after their non-conference games early in the season.
Right, and I'm glad you mentioned, the fact that they have won 2 games straight because, I'm sure you and I, as well as everyone who attends Brooklyn College, was probably skeptical about, how 2019 was going to look for this women's team as we, of course, enter the new year. But you mentioned it. Huge comeback win against Hunter College. I was there for the game Saturday against Lehman College. That was a tremendous blowout victory. And also, speaking of Hunter College, CSI actually played on Saturday as well and lost to Hunter College. So I'm sure for the Bulldogs here tonight, that's going to be very important. I'm sure they feel a little confidence coming into tonight's game.
Well, whenever you take care of conference games and you win on the road, that's going to boost your confidence. And Coach Lang said, listen, he's looking for them to challenge themselves. Listen, every game is going to be a different game. It doesn't matter what they did before. You have to play on that day, and you got to bring your A game. So the game's getting ready to start. I'll give you the starting lineups. So we'll start with the College of Staten Island Dolphins. You have the 5-foot sophomore guard from Notre Dame Academy, number 1, Megan McEwen. You have the 5'7" senior guard from St. Joseph Hill. That is number 5, Nicole Mbisi. You have the junior 5'8" forward from Moore Catholic. That is number 13, Deanna Tadaro. 5'7" senior guard from Notre Dame Academy as well, number 24, Jacqueline Cali. And the 6-foot senior forward from Moore Catholic, number 32, Rosa Perrone. For your Brooklyn College Bulldogs, you have the 5'5" sophomore guard from Maspeth, Michelle Pena. You have the 5'10" senior guard from Midwood, number 4, Alexandra Mugen. You have number 22, the 5-foot guard from Whitehall, Pennsylvania, Taylor George. And number 33, 5'9" sophomore forward from Leon M. Goldstein, Chanel Jamat. Now, the tip is going to Brooklyn, and Michelle Pena has it at the top of the key. She swings it around to Mugen for 3, and she hits the first shot of the game. 3-0 is the score.
Pat, I got to ask you, is it still Saturday?
McEwen brings it up. She's guarded by George. She swings it around now to 5. That is Mbisi. She puts it up and gets the roll. It's 3-2 early. That was Miss Mbisi putting the ball in for Staten Island. Now they come with a half-court press. Brooklyn College takes care of it, gets it to Jermont. And it's going to be a jump ball right away. Good job by number 24, Cali, tying up Jamont. And it's going to be possession arrow to CSI. And it's going to be McEwen bringing it up, guarded by George. And he's heavily guarded by George. She gets it to the top of the key, passes it to Cali. Now drifts around to inside and stolen by Jamont. Jamont now bringing it down the court. It's 2-on-1. Gets it to Hanshin, puts it up, misses. Rebound goes to 13 Tadaro, and a foul by Hanshin. Not a good foul there by Hanshin.
Right, you're right. But the fact that Jamont was able to bring that ball down the court, Pat, you and I spoke about it right before this game began, and she is very versatile, Pat.
And they get the ball in to McEwen. McEwen gets it, and it's off of the foot of Mugen, so it's going to stay CSI ball. Waiting for the inbound. Ball is in. And she gets it and puts it up and in. That's a nice inbound pass to Tadaro, and they take a 4-3 lead. Nice inbound pass there by CSI. Jamont has it, and it's going to be they call backcourt. She caught it in the front court, brought the ball back. It's not where the feet are, it's where the ball is.
Correct.
So first turnover for Brooklyn. CSI gets it. It's to McEwen. McEwen now brings it up. George guards her. She gets it to Mbisi. And we have a number 25, Hanchin. That's her first foul. Team second. So right away, going right to the bench, and that is the rookie, Tytler, coming in for who? Nope, he's not going to substitute. She's going to stay out right now. So Tytler sits back on the bench. And the officials going to the scorer's table.
Somewhat of a confusion,
I guess. Oh, that foul was Michelle Pena, not Hanchin. So they wanted to get the right foul call on the right person. So CSI to inbounds. And stolen and tied up by Jamat. It's going to be possession arrow Brooklyn, and they'll get the ball. And Coach Lang is talking to officials saying, give me some clarity. So now CSI is going with a full court press. George gets it to Hanchin. Hanchin gets it across the stripe, gets it back to George. George at the top of the key, swings it to Pena. Pena now at the top of the key, calling the play. Pena swings it to Jamat. Jamat's driving, goes into the paint, puts up the foul shot, and misses. Rebound by 32, Perone, I should say. Swings it to Mbisi. Mbisi guarded by Pena, gets it into the paint, drives, puts it up and in. That was Verone on the basket, and it's a 6-3 lead for CSI. And they break the press, gets it to Hanchin. Hanchin holds it, gets it to Pena. Pena to Jamat. Jamat puts it up. Oh, she misses the layup, but gets her own rebound. And they call a jump ball. I thought it was a foul, but they say she got blocked. And possession goes to CSI. Brooklyn doing a good job trying to get the ball in the paint, but right now, nothing's going continuity-wise.
Right, and, we look at CSI playing this full-court pressure that they have going on right now. I think the Bulldogs have to do a better job of spreading out to avoid that.
Hard shot there. Rebounded by 24, Cali. Stolen! Gets it up to George. Puts up the layup. No good, but rebounded by Hanchin. She pulls it back out. Gets to the Pena. Over to Mugen. Mugen spins around, puts up the shot from the foul line. No good. Rebounded by Jamat. Puts it up. Gets the rebound again, and she's fouled, but not getting the shot. But good offensive play by Jamat.
Jamat doing it all by herself down low. She said, you know what? I'm a bit more aggressive than what you are.
So now inbound plays going to Mugen. Mugen gets to the Pena. Pena puts it up and in. Nice assist by Mugen on the inbound pass to Pena. It's 6-5 with 6:55 left to go in the first quarter. CSI bringing the ball up. That's McEwen. McEwen gets it over to Mbisi. Mbisi down low to 13 to Darrow. Darrow puts it up. No good, but she got the foul on. That one looked like it's on Hanchin. Oh, no, they give it to Jamat. So third foul for the team, and the first foul shot is up, and no good.
Right now, Pat, what I think the Bulldogs have to do is play better defense in the paint because it looks like the Dolphins are finding their way into the paint very easily.
That is true. Second foul shot's up, and no good. Knocked out of bounds by CSI. It's going to be Brooklyn ball. Now the full court press is up for CSI. And now it's Pena bringing the ball right up. She breaks it herself, gets into the paint, swings it over to George. George to Mugen. Mugen sets up, gets it to Hanchin. Hanchin drives, down low to Pena. Pena spins, pulls it back out on the wing, gets it over to Mugen. Mugen for a deep three, and it's good! Mugen!
Wow, she is something else.
The basket's good, and we have a foul call on 30, and that's Jamat again, early foul trouble. It seems like every game she's getting that foul early and having to sit on the bench.
Right, she's got to be careful, Pat. I agree with you. She's a key piece here for the Bulldogs, and the fact that she has to sit down so early here in this ball game is unfortunate.
Especially with a short bench. So it is 8-6 Brooklyn with 6:10 left to go in the first quarter. They swing it over to 24 Cali. Cali now breaks it, gets it swing pass over to MBC. She shoots it, misses, rebound by Hanchin. Hanchin now bringing it up the court down the right side. She holds it up, gets it. Nope, she still holds it, gets it down to Teitler, puts it up and does not get the basket, but Teitler strong in the post.
Hey, there's a reason why Tyler's on the team. Just give it to her and she'll find a way how to get it up.
She's the tallest on the court right now, standing at 6'3", and she's a freshman, so you know she's only going to get better.
Right.
So 2 shots for Teitler coming. First foul shot short. Just got to put a little more leg on that foul shot.
Right. Just a little bit more.
Second foul shot's up and no good, so she misses both. So McEwen brings it down. McEwen holding, swings it over to MBC. MBC trapped. Now swings it over back to McEwen. McEwen swing pass stolen by Mugen, but knocked out of bounds. But good heads-up play by Mugen, knocking the pass away. 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Mugen showing some effort there on defense, knocking down 2 threes early, doing it all.
McEwen to MBC. MBC now swinging on the left wing. Still footed. Gets it now to Perone. Perone to MBC. MBC back up, guarded by Pena. Gets it back to 24 Perone for deep. And it's a good deep 3 at the buzzer.
No way she did that.
Woo!
Wow.
That was a Stephen Curry 3 right there.
Yeah.
So CSI takes a 9-8 lead, 5:18 left. Pena has it on the right wing. Gets it to Mugen. Mugen for deep. No good. Rebounded by 24 Cali. Cali now brings it up down to MBC. Down low, up, she misses it, and Brooklyn has the ball, and we got a foul on number 32. That is Perone. She slid into the Brooklyn player. That's going to be a foul. Both teams now have, Brooklyn has 4 fouls, and CSI has 3 fouls.
Here comes that spark plug, Pat. Grace Martinez-Espina. She can
Espina
do it all.
Yes, she can. So Pena brings it up on the left side. Gets a pick by Hanchin. Swings it up, down to Hanchin. Puts it up and in. Nice feed, give and go. So now it's a 1-point lead for Brooklyn. McEwen brings it up. Now Brooklyn in a 2-3 zone. Now over to Cali. Cali skip pass. Now to McEwen. McEwen to 23. Oh, nice pass down low from Cali to MBC. And it's now 11-10, 4:20 left to go in the first. Pena now setting up at the top of the key. Takes off the dribble. Oh, gets stripped. Gets it to 5, MBC. Going down, going coast to coast, puts it up, misses. Knocked out of bounds by Pena. So now coming in for Pena is number 11, Trembone. CSI to inbound. She gets it to MBC. MBC back to Cali. Cali now on the left wing. Now gets away from MBC. Oh, that was a pass to no one there by Tadaro. Turnover. 4 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. 11-10, CSI up. Hanchin to inbounds, gets it to George. George brings it up, and CSA drops back from the press. Gets it to Trembone. Trembone at the top of the key, calling out the play. Teitler sending a high post pick. Trembone still dribbling, back to the top of the key. Gets it to George. George sets up for a 3, fakes it into the paint. Espina drives. Skip past Trembone. Trembone for 3. No good. Rebound by Hanchin. A fresh 30. Gets it to Trembone. Trembone drives over to George. George for 3. It's good.
That's a huge bucket for George. We know how she didn't look like herself on Saturday. She needed that one.
McEwen brings it up. Gets it to MBC. MBC trapped in the corner, gets it back to McEwen. McEwen down low, skip pass to Cali. At the top of the key. Brooklyn settles into the 2-3 zone again. Swing pass to MBC. MBC looking to go down low, and we got a 3-second violation. Turn it over, Brooklyn ball. Good job defensively right there. And timeout by CSI.
All right. Wow. I mean, Brooklyn College is looking good, man. I mean, we talked about it on Saturday in their game against Lehman and how, sometimes playing against a team like that, you may not always go all out, but boy, CSI is no joke, and the Bulldogs are playing just like that. They know this opponent is serious. They are the real deal, and they aren't going to slow down. That's what they've shown us thus far.
Well, you don't usually see Brooklyn playing a 2-3 zone. I think what Coach Lang is doing, because of the short bench and because of the motion offense that CSI is running, he wants to pack it in and make them shoot from outside. You're going to swing to the double team. Force up, swings it to 24. She hits the three. That's Cali, another three, and CSI is up 6. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the half. Trembone on the right side. Gets a pick from Teitler. Teitler to Mugen. Mugen up to Spina. Spina's on the left wing. Teitler's posting up. Now Spina pulls it back out. Gets to the Teitler. Teitler gets it to George. George held it. Only 8 on the shot clock. George spins. Puts it up.
Wow.
And gets the foul. Nice spin move.
Right. Nice move. I loved how she was able to spin around the defender there. Wasn't able to land it, but still, nonetheless, 2 free throws.
And now you got to knock these down to get the lead down to 4 with 2:48 left to go. And George hits the first one. And you look at the coaching job that Coach Lang is doing to Mugen. He's telling her, moving his arms around, being explicit. George puts up the second shot, and it's good. 27-23, 4-point lead. CSI is up. And now McEwen's going to bring the ball back up. Swings it over to Dementro. Dementro back to McEwen on the right side. Down low. Oh, knocked away by Espina. Pass intended for 24 Cali. Cali's been doing the damage in this first half. She's got 3 3-pointers. Waiting for the inbound. Skip pass off the rim. Right to McEwen. She puts it up. No good. Rebounded by 25. Puts it up and in. That was Schmitter with the follow. Back up to a 6-point lead. Trembone quickly gets it into the front court. Over there, Spina. Spina now calling for somebody to go down low. Spina off the dribble. Puts it up. No good. And out of bounds by CSI. Oh, okay. It's going to stay Brooklyn ball.
I was about to say, I saw that from up here.
You got good eyesight there.
It's the glasses, Pat. It's the glasses.
So inbounding the ball is George. She's got to get it in. Gets it to Teitler. Oh, she lost it and falls down. Gets it over to 24 Schmitter. Nice job by Espina getting back on defense. And Brooklyn has it to George. George over to Mugen for 3. Boom!
There it is.
Lock it down. It's down to 3 with 1:50 left to go.
We haven't seen much from Mugen since the first quarter, but there it is.
And now Brooklyn's now into man defense now. Now it's Rabisky. It's knocked away, but she gets it back. That's Dementra now. Gets over to Rabisky. Rabisky drives. Puts it up and got fouled by, I believe that's Trembone on the defense. We're going to wait. Yep, that is Trembone. That's Trembone's first foul. But Brooklyn is a shooting foul. They have 4 fouls. CSI has 3. Rabisky's first foul shot is good. And now Trembone goes out and Pena comes back in.
Pat, prior to that 3 by Mugen, I was sort of questioning the Bulldogs' offense these last few minutes because they haven't been able to find the open man. But there they were with Mugen.
Second foul shot, no good. Rebounded by Mugen. Mugen to Pena. 1:30 left to go in the half. Brooklyn down by 4. Pena drives, pulls it back out, gets it to Joe. Oh, we got a kick ball, and it's going to stay Brooklyn ball. So Pena's going to inbound. And hold up, we got a substitution as Perone's going to come in for number 3, Dementral. So Pena now to inbound. Smacks the ball. 5 seconds. Gets it up to Mugen. Mugen puts it up. And it's going to be partially blocked and out of bounds. So it's going to stay Brooklyn ball. 1:24 left to go in the half. 17 on the shot clock. Brooklyn ball. Brooklyn having a hard time getting the ball inbounds.
All right, they got to do a better job.
Now that one's easier to Mugen. Mugen gets it to Pena. Pena back to the foul line. Pulls it back out to the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pena drives. Puts it up and out of bounds. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 1:13 on the game clock.
Not sure if Pena missed it, but Mugen was wide open there in the corner for that 3.
She was calling for it,
yeah.
too. So now Espina gets the ball. Wide open for 3. No good. Rebounded by 24, Schmitter. Schmitter going down the right court. She missed the ball. Gets it over to McEwen. McEwen to Schmitter. The top of the key, she shoots the 3. No good. Air ball out of bounds with 54.8 seconds left to go and a 4-point lead. So now gets the ball to Pena. She calls a play as Pena now is over the half-court mark. On the right side at the elbow. Pulls it back out to the top of the key. Gets it over to George. George down low to Taylor. Turns around, blocks. And McEwen's now racing down the court. Gets it over to, that was a good foul by Pena on number 5, Mbisi. But it's going to be in the penalty as she's going to go to the line.
That was so close to being an and one, but thankfully that didn't drop. CSI will have to make up for it at the free throw line.
Taylor on that turnaround, she didn't get any strength on the turnaround. That's why it got blocked. First shot up and good. Now number 12 comes in for CSI. That is Mooney, Devin Mooney. Second foul shot up and good. So now it's 32-26. 6-point lead with 30 seconds left to go. Pena brings it up. There's a 2-second differential from shot clock to game clock. Pena now crosses over, gets it to Espina for 3. Boom! Espina drops it. It's now a 3-point lead. And now McEwen gets it to Rubisky. Rubisky down low, turn around, Schmitter, no good. Rebounded, no good. And taken away by Mugen. 1 second, and that's the end. But wait, do we have a foul before the quarter's over? And I think we have a foul before the quarter's over.
Right. Should be a shooting foul.
No, they're not in the bonus. So it is a foul, and it's going to be on. They call that foul on Mugen.
So it's offensive foul?
What? They got to discuss that. How? And Coach Alex Lang is like, are you kidding? What are you talking about? She's going to make a pass.
Was that a pass or a shot?
That was a pass. She was passing it. And
I thought it was a shot.
Wow, they're calling that foul on Mugen. And it's going to be CSI's ball with 0.4 seconds left to go in the half.
That's why I had considered it a shooting foul, because I thought she was, in.
And, woo, she almost hit it with 4/10 of a second.
I thought she was pulling the trigger because there wasn't much time left in the quarter.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. We'll wait to see the stats.
All right.
But it's the end of the first half, and Brooklyn find themselves down. They're down only by 3. It's 32-29, but you can take some positives away from this first half. What did you see?
Oh, of course. I mean, I liked how they made CSI adjust in this quarter. And when I say that, it's because in the first quarter, we talked about how CSI found their way very easily down low. And I believe Brooklyn forced them to take more jump shots than they did in the first quarter.
True.
So I'd like to actually see them do that a bit more in the second half. But, I think this game could be a very close game, but perhaps Brooklyn may actually have the lead if someone like Jamat wasn't on the bench for so long due to foul trouble.
Yeah, and that's been the bane, especially here at home, early foul trouble, not just for Jamat, but as a team as a whole in early foul trouble. Hanchin has 3 fouls, Jamat has 3 fouls. So does Coach Lang bring them to start the second half? We don't know. It's a gamble because you bring him in early, pick up that 4th foul. Now you got to sit him for the rest of that whole third quarter and maybe part of the fourth quarter.
Right.
But go ahead.
Since Jamat actually went to the bench this last time, I actually took a guess and said, hey, Pat, we probably won't even see her until the very end of the second quarter, and we didn't see that.
Didn't see her at all. But, that also attributed to the good play by the persons that he brought in. Hanchin doing a good job, Trembone doing a good job, Espina doing a good job. So he can afford to leave her on the bench for that amount of time because the teammates are picking her up.
Right.
Which they've been doing all season long.
And that's true. And, that's credit to the rest of the team. They don't have the same exact team that they had back in 2018, which
True.
was just a few days ago. But the fact that you spoke about it, other players who are stepping up, coming off the bench, are allowing, Jamat's absence, not really stand out as much as we think it should. But that's a good thing, though.
True. Now, strategic-wise, when Brooklyn was in that 2-3 zone, CSI was having a hard time getting the ball down low, which is what that defense is designed for,
right.
Forcing them to shoot the ball from outside. Unfortunately, they got away from that, gave up some big three-pointers to Cali and Carmelengo, and they fought back. They got it down to 3. It was up to 6. So they did a good job of not letting that open 3 shot bother them mentally. So they stayed mentally tough, still playing hard defense, but they got to turn around the turnovers. If you look turnovers right now, Brooklyn has 15 turnovers and Staten Island has 12.
Right.
And that's glaring right there because a lot of the turnovers were on the offensive end of the court.
Right, exactly.
So, they got to turn that around, turn those turnovers into points, and that might bode well for them going into the second half.
And speaking of turnovers, they're very silly turnovers. Turnovers that, you're actually making them by mistake. We saw Taylor George step out of bounds. We saw Grace Martinez do it immediately after on the following possession. So it's not like, I'm sure most of them were, passing and other things such as that. But, again, there were some silly turnovers which could perhaps make this game a tie game other than a three-point game, which is what it is right now.
Well, let's look. Shooting right now, CSI is shooting better, 12 for 29, 41.4% from the field. Brooklyn's 10 for 29, 34.5%. But look at the 3 points. 4 for 8 for Staten Island, 5 for 9. So it's very even with the 3-point shooting.
Right.
19 rebounds, 17 rebounds. CSI has a slight edge. So every category, if we look here, is very close. That's why it's a close game, 29-32.
Right.
So what has to change for Brooklyn coming out of this second half?
Well, of course, you got to play defense. Continue playing defense. I don't want to say they've played bad defense thus far, but you can always get better. And, of course, with someone like Jamat, who we believe and hopefully she will start the third quarter here in the second half, she can probably not only add a little extra down low to prevent CSI from scoring easy buckets underneath the basket, but also on the offensive end. We know how versatile Jamat is. She can play with her back to the basket. She can also create her own shot.
Yes, she can.
So someone like her can easily help her teammates turn this game around.
Yep. Now for CSI, what they're doing offensively is they're working the ball around, trying to get that ball down low to their strong players. They have Demerel, they have Carmelengo, they have Schmitter. They're doing the job down low, but once they get the ball, they're getting smothered by Brooklyn. So they have to kick it back out. The leading scorer for CSI, Miss McEwen, she only has 2 points the whole game, and she's their leading scorer. So they've done a good job of isolating her and trying to force everybody else to beat them.
Right. And, speaking of leading scorers, we know how Mugen and what she does, how great of a scorer she is from beyond the arc. I'd like to give credit to CSI because We saw how quickly she knocked down those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. We didn't hear a peep from Mugen up until the very end of the second quarter.
True.
So, both teams are doing a tremendous job of not allowing both leading scorers to do what they do night in, night out.
And you know what? That's to be expected from 2 quality teams here in the CUNYAC. So I'm looking for a very entertaining second half.
So am I.
To tell you the truth. So, we want you guys to stay tuned. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube. I'm Pat Brown, my partner Ivan Marabell. We'll be back with the start of the second half.
I think it's going to go down to the wire, man.
It looks that way. It looks that way. Because run here, skinny run here, there's a lot of time when there was no scoring. Because turnover, so if we can get your pocket, get on the court, stay on the court, man.
I like tight up, but she's big. She doesn't have a lot of upper body strength. That's what it is. For her being big is only important.
Yeah. I don't know. But listen, she hit the 2 nice shots right there.
Yeah, she took a mid-range jumper. I wasn't expecting that. That was like, wow. What was it, a black screen for most of the first half?
Okay, because that would be
I don't know if you heard, that's why I was trying to get your attention. Okay. In my headphones, I heard a little buzzing sound. I was asking you if you heard it. Did you hear it? Maybe it's my headset. Yeah, there was a clear like. But it comes and goes. It wasn't the entire first half.
Moving leading the way again, 9 points. George has 7, so she's picking back up. Their leading scorer is Callie. She had the 2 threes and a 2, so that's their leading scorer with 8 points. And Malengo, she had 2 threes, that's her 6, and that's it. Really, they shut down their 2 scores. McEwen and Tadero, they shut them down. So if they can do that and not give up those threes, I think they're in a good position.
I like the fact that George is doing more. She needs that.
Oh yeah.
After not,
she had to come out with a better game today, and I'm sure that was in the back of her mind. Hey, I gotta forget about what happened on Saturday. I gotta come out and be a totally different person. Unbelievable. I can see why they lost to Hunter. Hunter is like us in speed. They're not very fast. And once you get the speed game going, I don't think they can keep up. So if we can get that transition game going and start running them down the court, I think we can start taking over the game.
we had a few looks like that. George was by himself down there so many times. But I don't know what
yeah.
nervous that
I think she's rushing. Because, matter of fact, she missed 2 layups by rushing. The one on the breakaway, she had to go. All she had to do was stop, get the bump, and put it up. She could have got the and one, but she's so in a hurry to get the shot off. You know. I'm gonna get up this lane for a couple of seconds. All right.
Pat, they want to know when you want to go back. Why don't you call any names, Maria? Baseball and basketball. I will be done till spring 2020.
Yo, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you ready, Jake?
Yeah.
Test. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the West Quad Gymnasium here at the Brooklyn College campus for the second half of the Brooklyn College Bulldogs against the College Staten Island Dolphins. I'm Pat Brown, along with my partner, Ivan Marabell. We're just getting ready to start the second half. Brooklyn's down 32-29, down by 3, and we're going to see what they're going to do here to pull away this victory to stay undefeated in CUNYAC. So right away, I see Jamont is on the court.
That's a good sign.
So inbound now to McEwen. McEwen now guarded by George. On the elbow, that is 24, Callie. Callie brings it to top of the key. Now drives, swings it to 5, Mbisi. Mbisi top of the key, guarded by Hanchin. Down low and out of bounds. Turnover, pass intended for 13 to Darrow. So Taylor George gets it to Pena with Hanchin, Mugen, and Jamont on the court for Brooklyn. Pena now top of the key, over to the right elbow. Blocked by Mugen, has it, puts up the three. No good. Rebounded by Jamont. Turns, spins, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by 24, Callie. Callie now to McEwen. Puts it up. No good. And Jamont tried to get that rebound, knocked it out of bounds, so it's going to stay CSI ball. And right away, we have a substitution. That is number 25 coming in, Schmitter, for 32, Perrone. Waiting for the inbound. Ball's inbounded. Now it's over to McEwen. Gets it to Schmitter. She drives, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Schmitter. We got jump ball, and it's going to be Brooklyn ball, possession arrow pointing their way.
Jamont has got to be careful. She scared me for a second.
Yeah.
I said, no, she might be going back to the bench. Good thing it was a jump ball.
So it is Pena bringing the ball up. She goes to the middle of the court. Now she crosses the half court at the top of the key. Now to Hanchin. Hanchin at the top of the key on the right side. Looking, now she drives. Holds, gets it to Pena. Pena drives, but she's fouled. No, they say she traveled as she slipped going down. That's an unfortunate turnover.
Right.
She just slipped on the court, and hey, it happens.
And we spoke about it, Pat, at the halftime report. Turnovers that Brooklyn isn't wanting to actually, make into a turnover,
And a turnover, travel for travel, as McEwen went to pass and didn't get the ball off and took too many steps. Inbounded now to Pena. Pena guarded by McEwen. Top of the key, gets it to Hanchin at the left elbow. Looking to pass it. She dribbles, top of the key, gets it to Pena. Pena drives down, swings it over to George for three. No good. She fouls her own shot, drives, puts it up, and in. So now down to a 1-point game, 32-31, 8:20 left to go. Jamont almost steals the ball.
There goes Jamont.
I like the energy that Jamont comes out on the court with. Yes, she does have to be careful, but she's not letting it affect her game. 30-second timeout call by CSI.
Right, exactly. And you got to love that from a player. Someone who knows in their mind that they are in foul trouble. However, they don't let that affect how they bring it to the court.
True. She does not. She hasn't changed her aggressiveness. She hasn't changed her fire. She hasn't changed how she plays the game. Yes, she's aware that she has 3 fouls, but she's going to go after the ball. She's going to do what she knows she can do. That's a player that's confident in their own ability.
Right, and I know for Coach Lang, that's got to be tough because, you want Jamont to play how she does. But, I'm sure his heart sinks, every now and then when he sees her and she goes all out on defense.
So timeout's over. 8:19 left to go. 32-31, CSI is up. And now it is MBC inbounded the ball to McEwen. She puts it up and in. That's a nice pass to Tadaro. So they're up by 3, 34-31. Penny now brings it back up on the right side of the court. Gets it high to Hanchin at the foul line. Now down low to, Jamont lost the handle as she went to turn on the spin move. And now number 12 comes in, that's Mooney. She comes in for McEwen, who only has 2 points, and she's the leading scorer on CSI. So now it's Mooney bringing it up, bothered by George. George staying right with her. Swings it over, almost stolen by Pena. And now it's MBC driving, gets it over to Schmitter. Schmitter now skip pass, gets it inside, puts it up, no good, rebounded. We got a foul by number 13, that is Tadaro, on a push in the back. That's for first and team's first. So Pena now gets the ball. She's going to be guarded by Mooney. Now over to George. George guarded by 5 in BC. Then Jamat. Jamat at the foul line. Jamal fakes the shot. Now she's driving. Spin move. Puts it up. Partially blocked. Now it's bringing up the court by Mooney. Mooney gets it to Mbisi on the right wing. Down low to the low post to 13 Padaro. Misses. Rebound by Hanchin. Hanchin gets to the painting on the left side. Going down the left side of the court. Pulls it back up. At the foul line. Pulls it back. Smart move. Defense collapse. Hanchin at the foul line. Drives. Spin. Puts it up. No good. Rebound by Mugen. Up and in. And the foul.
Ooh, and one. Wow. Nice.
So Mugen, if she makes a foul shot, ties it up at 34 with 6:56 left to go in the third quarter.
What a way for Mugen to grab the offensive rebound and give her team the second chance points.
And she makes it so we're all tied up. Now gets it to Mbisi. She's guarded by Pena. She gets it over to the right wing. Pulls it back out top of the key. Gets it over to Demerol, knocked out of bounds, and it's off of CSI.
Hey, Taylor George, she only stands at 5 feet, but her presence, you got to be careful.
And now McEwen comes back in, and Mooney sits back down. Penny gets the ball inbounded by George. She's guarded by McEwen. She's at the top of the key. Now George on the left wing, down low to Jamat. Puts it up and in. That's what Jamat's good for.
Yep, you said it, Pat. That's exactly what she's known for doing.
So now Brooklyn takes a 2-point lead. McEwen hounded by George. Spins down low. Jamat lets her shoot and rebounded by Hanchin. Good job by Jamat playing good defense, hands straight up. Hanchin driving. Pulls it back out. Gets to the Mugen for 3. No good. And knocked out of bounds by Jamat. She tried to get it over the shoulder of 25 Schmitter. Not good, but good job by Jamat trying to get in position. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the third. Brooklyn up by 2. George again hounded. Mbisi now guarded by Pena. Top of the key. Now gets it over to Schmitter for 3. No good. Rebounded by Hanchin. Hanchin gets to the Pena. Pena now bringing it up. They're getting the running game going. Pulls it up, down low to Jamat. Spin move. Blocked. Out of bounds. And Coach Lang saying, where's the foul before the shot?
Right. Pat, I was just going to mention that, but since they didn't call a foul, you got to give credit to CSI, knowing that Jamat is in the ball game now and not giving her the looks that she wants down low every single possession.
So Jamat and Mugen come out. Espina and Teitler comes in. Now Espina's going to guard McEwen. She hasn't crossed the half court yet. Now she has. Now down to the wing to Mbisi. Mbisi brings it out to Schmitter. Schmitter over to Mbisi now. Down low into the post. Spin move. Turn. Block. Puts it up and no good. Rebounded by Trembone. Trembone to Espina. Drives. What a move. Puts it up but misses. Oh, what a great move, but did not fall.
She could have taken maybe a second more. As soon as she got by her defender, she got the look that she wanted, but unfortunately just threw it up a little too hard.
Robisky comes in for CSI now. So McEwen guarded by George. She's on the right side, just crossing midcourt. She gets it down. Oh, man. That was Trembone going for the steal, but went through Robisky, and she picks up the foul. That is her second foul. That's the first team foul for Brooklyn. Now inbounded to Tadero to Mbisi. Mbisi spins out of control, but McEwen puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded, put back up. Blocked by Tila, but they call the foul.
Wow. Could have gone either way, but I see they went with the foul.
If Tila wasn't over her back, I think they would have gave her the block, but because she was over the back, that's why they gave it to her.
Exactly.
So 2 fouls each for each team. And number 25, that is Schmitter, misses the first shot. Jamat and Mugen come back in. George and Tietler go out. So 4:56 left to go in the third quarter. Brooklyn still holding a 36-34 lead. One foul shot left for Schmitter.
Mugen and Jamat staying on the floor right now for the Bulldogs is going to be crucial in maintaining this lead.
Second foul shot is good. Gets the roll. So 1 point lead. Now they get it to Trembone. Trembone now bringing the ball up, guarded by McEwen. She gets it over to the left side, now at the wing. Now gets a pick from Jamat. Kayla gets it over to Hanchin. Hanchin top of the key. Gets it over to Espina. Espina on the left wing. Gets the pick. Drives baseline. Puts a scoop up and in! Espina puts it in.
It's a nice move by Grace Martinez Espina.
3 point lead now for Brooklyn. McEwen now top of the key, guarded by Espina. Gets it over now to MBC, guarded by Mugen. Now gets it to Schmitter, top of the key. Over to now 14, that is Rubisky. Now McEwen back to the top of the key, 8 on the shot clock. Good job defensively by Brooklyn. McEwen hounded, gets into the paint and throws it away. Hounding defense by Brooklyn.
I love the defensive effort there. And not just by one or two people, Pat. Everyone on the floor right now for the Bulldogs did a good job on that defensive possession.
So now Mugen has it. Block, but she gets the rebound. Puts it up to Hanchin. Hanchin to the corner to Espina. Drives. Puts it up and gets the foul. Espina doing a great job driving to the basket. That foul will be called on number 25, Schmitter. That is her third foul. So that's the third team foul for CSI. Espina misses the first foul shot. One more foul shot left.
You know, Pat, I'm not surprised at how Espina's playing right now. You know, she had a big game against Hunter. I believe she scored 10 points in that game.
Yes,
and then on Saturday against Lehman, she scored 11 points. So 21 points combined in her last 2 games.
She hits the second foul shot. Brooklyn up by 4, 39-35. And now Brooklyn put it on a little pressure as Espina's guarding McEwen. McEwen now goes to the left side of the court, setting up a play. Jamat jumps the screen, gets it over to Rubisky. Oh, nice move. Oh, we got double dribble and the turnover. Brooklyn defense is now harassing CSI. 3:40. Now CSI goes immediately into the full court press. Gets it to Jamat. Jamat gets it over to Trembone. Trembone to Hanchin. Hanchin drives, pulls it back out to Trembone to Jamat. Jamat drives up, tried to go between the legs, but drives and puts it in.
You gotta love that. I always say she can do it all.
Now Brooklyn up 6 with 3:10 left to go in the quarter. Over to 14, that is Rubisky, hounded by Mugen. Now Espina hounds McEwen. Pulls it back out, the crowd's getting into it. Now she drives into the paint, foul line, spin, right to Jamat, and is taken away by Hanchin. Hanchin to Trembone. Trembone to Mugen, puts it up, misses. Rebound. Now it's Rubisky, but she steps out of bounds. Brooklyn ball.
Wow. Oh, man, what a run right now for Brooklyn. Not allowing CSI to do what they want.
CSI is basically getting harassed every time they get the ball.
That's what it is. You're right.
So Brooklyn now going to inbound with a 6-point lead with 2:54 left and a timeout by CSI, and that's a great job by Coach Nicole Sarcone. She needs to regroup her Dolphins because right now they're swimming in deep water and they ain't coming up for air.
All right. You know, I mentioned just a couple minutes ago how I loved the defensive effort that the Bulldogs have going on as a team right now. But also on offense, you've got Mugen, you've got Jamat, you've got Martinez Espina, you've got all these players involved, and that's always a good thing, Pat.
And give her credit of how she's playing. Jamaat 3 fouls, knowing the next foul, she's automatically coming to the bench. She's playing lights out. You see how she's effective in the low post game. She's efficient defensively. Now what she's doing, she's not leaning with the body. She's putting her hand straight up, letting the offense person come to her, and she's not committing those bad fouls, so that's why she's staying on the court.
We called it right, Pat, and we said it. Hopefully Jamaat would have, started the third quarter, and which is, what she did. And we said her presence, her being able to do everything on offense and defense, just Jamaat overall, we knew that she was possibly going to be the difference maker for the Bulldogs,
Yes. And let's not take away from the hustle play of Espina.
Oh, no.
She's been doing a great job
right.
of moving the offense, great moves on the baseline, good defense, hustling, getting after the offensive player, and she's doing a great job.
Espina is like the perfect sixth man. Does it all.
So now Mugen's going to inbound and gets it over to Trombone. Trombone brings it back out, swings it over to George. George tries to go baseline, blocked by Carmelengo. Now back to Trombone, top of the key. Now George on the wing, back to Trombone, top of the key. Back to George, looking for Jamaat. Jamaat gets it, pulls it up, down low to Hanchin, saves it to Jamaat. Pulls it back out to George. George for 3. Bang! It's good! Now they're up 44-35. 9-point lead.
Taylor George is having a huge game. Very important that she's performing like this.
And we got a foul away from the ball on CSI. Brooklyn ball again. Brooklyn starting to run away in the third quarter. And now Pena's coming back in for Trombone. And now CSI going immediately to the full court press. Pena gets it into Hanchin. Hanchin back to Pena, and they break the press. Brent right down the middle. She goes to the lid, gets over to George. Well, she's had the 3, pulls it back out, swings over to Mugen. Mugen fakes, gets it back to Pena. Pena's going to run the offense from the top of the key. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Mugen over on the left wing. Down low to Jamaat. Jamaat turns, faces the basket, puts the shot up, and gets it right in the face of the defender. It's 46-35, 11-point lead, 1:45 left to go in the third. George hounded. McEwen now gets it over to 14, Rubisky. Rubisky now to top of the key to Schmitter. Schmitter down low to Podeslo. He puts it up and in. First basket of the third quarter in the last 4 minutes for CSI. Pena trapped. Gets it away. Still trapped. And timeout called by Lang because she was trapped in the corner. Not a good job, but guess what? Heads up job by Lang. And right now, they're up by 9 with 1:22 left to go in the third. And Ivan, you said they had to come out and play defensively, good intensity, and that's what they did.
Right, and again, I'll say it again. It's everyone. It's a full team effort. It's not, one possession, Jamaat is doing it, then the following possession, it's Jamaat. No, it's every single person that Coach Ling has on the floor right now for this Bulldogs team.
And Ivan, right from the very first start of the season when we talked to Coach Lang, he said it's all about team. He said they get after in practice, they hustle, they are hard pressed, they know what they need to do, and they want to defend their title. So right now, home court against a good opponent, you want to come out and say, hey, you got to come and take our title. We're not going to give it to you. Inbound pass to George was there, but she lost the handle as she was going up for the shot. Turnover. Now it's Rubisky bringing the ball up on the right side, guarded by Mugen. She drives, goes baseline, puts it in. Nice job. Everybody swung over to the ball carrier, left Tadero wide open. And now Hanchin gets it to George. George in the corner, pulls it back out, gets it over to Pena. Gets it to Hanchin. She gets it down to Jamaat. Jamaat spins, puts it up, and in! It's now 48-39, 9-point lead, 50 seconds left to go.
What a quarter she's having.
George is on McEwen on the left side. Now she brings it back, top of the key, gets it over to Rubisky. Rubisky down to the low post. Enter McEwen, misses! Rebounded by Jamot. Jamot gets it to Pena. 25 seconds left to go on the shot clock, 28 on the shot clock, on the game clock. Pena pulls it back out. 22, 20 on the shot clock. 2-second difference, game clock to shot clock. Pena calls it out, gets it to Hanson at the foul line. Drives, swings it over to Mugen, but stolen away. Not a good pass there, as Rubisky has it with 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Rubisky drives, and she...
Is that a foul?
They call that a foul?
It's a late call.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It looked like she was out of control, had nobody to pass it to, and just threw the ball out of bounds. And it's a shooting foul?
Wow, such a late call.
A late call and a bad call. She wasn't even taking a shot. But we don't have the zebra stripes on.
Right.
So Rubisky's going to take 2 foul shots. With 5 seconds left exactly in the third quarter, Brooklyn up 48-39. First foul shot up, and no good. So Tietler comes in for the last 5 seconds, and Jamot goes out.
You gotta like the Bulldogs' personal sound effects that they have here in the crowd tonight.
Second foul shot up, and she gets the roll. So Tietler inbounds the Pena with 4, 3, 2, 1. Puts it up! Ooh, the high bank was no good, but at the end of the third quarter, Brooklyn has run off to an 8-point lead, 48-40.
Wonderful quarter, I must admit, and both on offense and defense, but what a quarter did Jamot have offensively. I mean, you know, we talked about her getting into foul trouble early in this ball game, and she has turned it around. And also credit to Taylor George on the defensive end, getting in the offensive player's face.
Yep.
I just love what this team is doing right now as we head into the fourth quarter.
What they right now, what Coach Lang is doing is settling them down. You had a nice, good run, strong third quarter. What you want to do is you want to come out with the same intensity and play smart basketball.
All right.
The first 3 to 4 minutes of this fourth quarter can determine whether you blow this game out or they make it a close game. So you want to make sure you come out with the right intensity, the right game plan, and play smart, fundamental basketball.
Right, and the thing that I mentioned how well of a quarter Jamot just had in the third, but the defense, I mean, you said it, they're hounding the Dolphins. They're not letting them get any looks. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, or at least that's what I saw there in the third quarter.
Right.
I would love for them to keep up that same exact energy, because if they do, victorious.
So they've outscored CSI 19-8 in that third quarter, and that's the 8-point lead that they had. So CSI is going to start the fourth quarter with the ball, down by 8. Right now, the leading scorer for CSI is number 13, Deanna Tadaro. She has 10 points. So Rubisky, McEwen, Carmelengo, Schmitter, and Tadaro. Now Rubisky at the top of the key, and we got a foul on who? Who they call it on? That's number 35, Tietler. That's her second foul. First team foul in fourth quarter. Inbound goes to Tadaro, back to Ewan, down low in the post. Tietler, and they get the foul as 32 puts it up and in. That's Perrone, and Tietler picks up her third foul. And now the lead is 6. And he makes the basket. It can be down to 5.
Good defense by her right there, I must admit. Had her hands up, but I guess she didn't have her legs in such of in a wide stance to prevent the offensive player from going around her.
Perrone's foul shot's up and no good. Rebounded by CSI. Gets it over to Perrone, and she traveled. So offensive rebound, but stutter step didn't cause the travel. And now CSI is not going to press. So Taylor George gets it. Now to Pena coming up the left side of the court. Crosses midcourt, gets it over to Mugen on the left wing. Back to Hangen, top of the key. Pena on the right elbow. To George, three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Tadero. McEwen has it. Guarded by George. Now at top of the key, gets it over to Carmelengo. Carmelengo comes around and gets it to Rubisky. Back to Carmelengo. She drives, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Trubisky. Fresh 30. She pulls it back out. Gets it back up to McEwen, top of the key. George guarding her. Tyler now gets around. Slide over. Shot up. Good. Now they cut it down to 4.
They took their time there on that offensive possession, and there it is, 2 points.
Now it's Pena coming around. Foul line. Gets it to Tyler. Gets it over to George. George open. Drives baseline. Gets it to Tietler. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by 14 Rubisky. And right now CSI is pressing the issue. Gets it to the corner. Blocked by Mugen and fouled by 32 Perone. And I believe that's her 4th foul.
What a block by, you heard that from up here. Wow.
Oh, they give that to number 42, Carmelengo, and that's her first. It's her second, I'm sorry. So Espina comes in. Mugen goes back out. And Trembone comes in. Pena goes out. So George now running the point. She's on the left side, guarded by Carmelengo. Runs off. Pulls it back to the elbow. Foul line, now gives it to Trembone. Trembone traveled. Ran too hard. Couldn't stop. So right now, the first 2 minutes, they've knocked 5 points off the lead, and it's now down to 4. 7:58 left to go in the game. Now Brooklyn goes back into the 2-3. Rubisky now swings it over to Carmelengo. Carmelengo foul line to Podesto. Down low! That was Espina trying to get the block from behind but caused the foul, and here comes Jamat back in the game. Team 3rd foul, but it's a shooting foul for 13 Tadaro. First shot is no good. Jamat comes in. Tietler goes out. So you have Hangen with 3 fouls, Jamat with 3 fouls, Tietler with 3 fouls, Pena and Trembone with 2 fouls. Second foul shot up and good. Now it's a 3-point game. Brooklyn's up. The CSI showing a mild press, but not a lot. So it's Hanchen, gets it over to Trembone. Trembone top of the key, now swings over to the right wing. Gets the pick, gets it over to Jamat. Jamat top of the key. Gets it over to Espina on the left wing. Gets the pick, pulls it in. Down, Jamat gets it back. Gets up, pulls it back out, swings it over to George. And she traveled. Oh, you got to put the ball down first before you move. So right now, Brooklyn College is scoreless in the first 3 minutes of this 4th quarter.
They're looking a little shaky right now, Pat. They're allowing the Dolphins to come right back in this ball game.
So Carmelengo now breaks it, puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded off of Espina, goes out of bounds. So a fresh 30 for CSI. Brooklyn in that 2-3 zone. Now they get it inbounds to McEwen. McEwen is on the right wing, brings it back out. She's on the left side. Oh, stolen by George! And she has it, she corrals it, brings it down, gets it over to Hanchen, and puts it up, misses, and we got a foul from behind. Oof. Hanchen going to the basket, doing what she's supposed to do, make them foul you.
Taylor George is playing that same exact defense that we saw her play back in the 3rd quarter.
And you know what? She is the epitome of the team's nickname, a bulldog.
Right.
First foul shot good by Hanchin. First points of the fourth quarter by Brooklyn at 6:52 in the quarter. 4-point lead. She makes this one. It's a 5-point lead. Up and good. 50-45 with 6:52 left. Now it's Rybicki bringing the ball up on the left side. She's guarded by Trombone. Now they're in the man-to-man now. Now she drives, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Trombone. Gets it up to George. George, one-on-one. Gets it down to Espina. Oh, off of Espina, off her leg as she got inside the paint, but couldn't corral the ball. Brooklyn's running game is there, just not finishing right now. So Rybicki now, top of the key. She's running the point, guarded by Espina. And we got a foul on Espina. Wow. That's her second. That's 4 fouls on Brooklyn. Next foul, they'll be in the bonus. Now inbound, and there it is. Knocked out of bounds by Espina. I thought they called a foul, but no, they say she knocked it out of bounds.
I love the effort by Espina. She's frustrated with herself. She's like, I have that. You know, I can get it. And she's still trying.
Oh, wait, they did call a foul. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And that's in the bonus for CSI for the rest of the game, and that's Espina's third foul.
What, 2 fouls within seconds?
Yep. 6:23 left to go. 50-45. Brooklyn's up. Rybicki's first shot is no good. Off the back of the rim and off.
CSI might want to make those, especially now. We're in the fourth quarter, a little more than 6 minutes left. Want to make your free throws.
Second shot's up and good. So 50-46, 4-point lead for Brooklyn. A lot of time on the clock. Jamat's now going to bring the ball up. So Jamat is running the point. This is different. Jamat can handle. Gets it down low to Hanchin, and a foul. That's going to be the third foul on, I believe that's Tadaro, if they call that who it is.
Nice look by Jamat. She saw that she was about to lose the ball, but she saw Hanchin underneath the basket.
No, they give that foul to Rybicki. That's her third. And they call an offensive foul on Jamat, and that's 4 on her. And Coach Lang is like, you got to be kidding me.
I mean, it was a foul, Pat. She kind of, you know.
She leaned in?
The head, the shoulder into the stomach. Yeah.
All right. And now Mugen's going to come in for Jamat. And CSI's clap because they know how much damage Jamat was doing on the court.
Hey, but Mugen is not easy.
No, she's not. So 6 minutes left to go in the game. Down by 4, CSI is. Now Carmelengo bringing the ball up. Guarded by Trombone. Now gets it. Nope. Gets it over to McEwen. Down low. Pedestro puts it up and no good. She gets on rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Rebounded by George. George pulls it back out. Gets it to Espina, top of the key. Gets it over to Trombone. On the wing, brings it back to the top of the key. 18 seconds, 5:30 left to go in the game. Trombone looking for somebody to move around. And we got a foul on number 32. That's Perrone, and that's her fourth. And now they're in the bonus.
I just saw Mugen do this sort of movement with her hands like, no way. I'm not letting her get position over me.
Oh, that's the only team fourth foul, so they're not in the bonus. Now George gets around the defense, gets in the paint. Hanchin puts it up. No good. Rebounded by McEwen, she brings it down. Gets it across to Carmelengo. Carmelengo down low. Gets it back out to Carmelengo. That was Tadaro that got it down low. Now it's back to Rybicki at the top of the key. Now to McEwen on the right shoulder. Drives it, baseline, double team, puts it up, no good, rebounded by Hanchin. Hanchin brings the ball up, across the midcourt, gets it over to Trombone. Trombone Gets it over to Espina. She drives, puts it up, and in! Espina takes it over.
Nice look. What a way to find her way into the paint.
Now Carmelengo's going to bring it up. She's guarded by Espina. 52-46 with 4:35 left to go in the game. Brooklyn's up. Carmelengo puts it up. High off the boards, no good. Rebounded by Mugen. Mugen now to, George, does he save it? No, she doesn't. Too hard of a pass by Trombone. Ooh, it was a chance to put it up by 8. So Payne is going to come in for Trombone. And Coach Lang is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. You can hear him all the way up. He said, move up. So McEwen guarded by George. She's going to bring it up on the right side. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the game. They're down by 6, CSI is. Now McEwen top of the key. And we have a timeout called by CSI.
Wow.
This game is going to go down to the wire, I think so. But right now, Brooklyn, their running game is getting after it, but they're not finishing.
Right. And, I told you as well that some of those looks, they had wide open looks earlier in the game as well. We saw Taylor George back in the third quarter have some of those looks. Perhaps she was rushing or got nervous that the defender was on her back. But those looks are crucial, especially if you want to extend this lead with a little more than 4 minutes left.
Well, let's paint the picture foul trouble-wise. Brooklyn College has 3 players that have 3 fouls, Hanchin, Espina, and Teitler. Jamat has 4 fouls. On the other side of the ball, you have Perrone with 4 fouls. You have Schmidt with 3 fouls, but they're on the bench. So they don't have to worry about foul trouble on their end, but they're 1 foul away from being in a bonus. CSI is already in the bonus for Brooklyn College. They have 5 fouls. So foul shots can determine this game going down the stretch.
Right, especially for CSI. They have played better here in the fourth quarter, I will admit. But if you are able to find your way to the free throw line, 2 out of 2 is very important.
So timeout's over. CSI is going to inbound the ball underneath their basket with 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the game, and they're down by 6, 52-46. Inbound by McEwen. Gets it to Perrone. Perrone now drives down low, and it's going to be a scramble on the floor, and it's going to be
CSI's ball.
CSI's ball because Pena had her feet out of bounds when she grabbed the ball on the floor. Good call by the official right there. So 13 seconds on the shot clock. Finally get the ball in 4 seconds. McEwen on the left wing. 8 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Carmelengo. Drives. Puts it up. No good. Puts it up again. No good. Rebounded again by Perrone. Puts it up. And no. That one finally falls.
The Bulldogs have to box out way too many looks down there.
Espina has it. Puts up the 3. No good. Rebounded by Perrone. Knocking down Hanchin. 52-48 now with 3:30 left to go in the game. Perrone guarded by George. Down low. Double teamed. Foul line shot. It's good by Perrone. And now we're down to a 2-point game.
Wow. This is very nerve-wracking, Pat.
Timeout called by Brooklyn.
That was, that possession where the Dolphins got offensive rebound after someone has got to say, you know what? Let me get everyone behind me and let me get this for my team because we need this right now. But CSI not giving up just yet.
The issue is that CSI outbodies Brooklyn on the court right now. Jamat's on the bench. Tietler's on the bench. Hanchin's the only big woman on the court for Brooklyn. She can't do it all by herself. The guards are trying to pinch down because they don't want to get burnt by a long 3. So they're playing midway so they can get back if they kick the ball back out. So right now, Hanchin's really the only rebounder on the floor for Brooklyn.
Right, and you're right, Pat. And I'd like to see, with 3:20 left here in the fourth quarter, I'd like to see if Coach Lang is actually going to bring a player like Jamat or, someone with some size to perhaps prevent CSI from having as many looks as they did.
I believe that he's going to put on the floor before this game is over, his starting 5 back on the floor. Hanchin, Jamat, George, Pena, and Mugen. I think that's what's going to wind up on the floor. But right now, defensively, go back to the 2-3 so they don't get the easy layups. Force them to shoot from outside. That 2-3 was working in the first half. It was working in the third quarter. Go back to that and force them to shoot from outside.
Right. Let's see what they do here. It's a very good game, I must say.
Brooklyn is going to inbound the ball. 29 seconds on the shot clock. Hanchin inbounds it to Pena. Pena brings it across the midcourt. Top of the key. Swings it over now. Trying to find Mugen. Pena still dribbling. Now goes into the paint, puts it up, and in! Pena driving to the basket, a 4-point game, 3 minutes left.
Nice finish by Pena.
Brooklyn now still in a man-to-man defense. George on McEwen. McEwen dribbling back and forth, gets it to Trubisky. Trubisky now to Carmelengo. Down low to Perone, puts it up and in! They're going down low, go to that 2-3, I'm telling you. Now Brooklyn brings the ball back up. Pena has it. 2:30 left to go, 2-point game, 54-52. Pena holding, driving, puts it up, but blocked and out of bounds. It's going to stay Brooklyn ball with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Pena not afraid to go to the basket. So now inbounding is George. Got to get the ball in. Gets it to Hanchin. Gets it and pulls it back out. Gets it to George. She's on the right wing. Dribbles. 10 seconds on the shot clock. George isolating. Goes in the basket. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Trubisky. Hounded by George. George hounding. Oh, she got hit in the face.
Wow.
Foul.
Wow. I was waiting. She slapped her in the face.
Yes, she did.
I was waiting for that call.
Trubisky picks up her 4th foul, I believe. Yes, that is. That's her 4th foul, and now both teams are in the bonus foul shot time.
That ref, she's made some late. That's not the first time she's made a late call in this ball game.
That was kind of obvious,
right?
Hey, that should be a foul shot. It's the 5th foul.
Well, for a second, it did look like she was about to get away with it.
That's the 5th foul. And they're going to inbound the ball. Got to get it in. Gets it to Hanchin. Hanchin drives. Pulls it over to Espina. Blocked. But Espina gets the ball back. Drives. Puts it up. No good. Gets it over to McEwen. McEwen now drives. Pulls it out. It's Carmelengo. She's trapped. Trying to get it. Gets it back to McEwen. Goes to the foul line. Pulls it back out. Gets it down low to Perone. Perone spins. Puts it up. And in. It's a tie ball game with 1:40.
Wow, they managed to fight back.
And the ball rolls out, so they're going to inbound the ball back.
They managed to fight back and tie this game up. Wow. 137 left, 54-54. What a game, Pat.
Yes, indeed. So now Pena's going to bring it up. And Jamat's still on the bench. Surprising. But Coach Lang is going to ride with this team. Pena, foul line. George pulls it back out, goes into the paint. Down low to Hanchin, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Mugen, and she's fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Offensive rebound key by the senior.
Well, you said it, Pat. By the looks of it, it looks like Coach Lang is going to go with what he has on the floor right now.
Yeah, he's staying with it.
We don't see anyone on the sidelines, perhaps coming into the ball game. So he might actually keep this.
Mugen hits the first. I would really put Jamat back in for this minute and 15 with 4 fouls.
Right.
And now he's going to bring in Tietler with 3 fouls. Mugen to shoot 1. What Brooklyn doesn't want to do is give up a 3 on the offensive possession. Mugen shoots. No good. And rebounded by CSI, so it's a 1-point game. Now to get it to Trubisky. 1 minute and 5 left to go. Now she gets it to McEwen. George going to be on her. 18 on the shot clock. Now hounded, gets it over to Rubisky. She's going baseline, puts it up and in. It's a 1-point lead.
Too easy. Too easy.
56-55. Pena has it now. 49 seconds left to go in the game. She drives, and we have a timeout by Coach Lang.
That was too easy of a look right there for CSI. Someone has, closed that interior up.
I would have really liked them to go back to that 2-3 defense because all the buckets that they've been getting has been in the post. So you go to the 2-3, you negate that, you double team down low, make them kick it out, and make them shoot a long jumper, which you can get some rebounds. Right now, 46.3 seconds, you're down by 1. You don't have to rush a shot. You got 22 seconds on the shot clock, but you want to get a quality shot.
Right. Now, I wonder if Coach Lang is concerned about bringing in a player like Jamaat because this game could possibly go to overtime. So he wants to have someone like her available. But then again, you always want to go for it when you can.
Right, and right now, at this pivotal point, you need a low post presence. And Jamaat gives you low post presence. She gives you rebound ability. She gives you offensive rebound ability. I think you put her on the court and say, hey, I'm going to live or die with her with 4 fouls because she's my strongest low post player right now.
Right, Pat, and she is everything that you said and much more. Let's see what the Bulldogs do here.
I see her standing up, but I don't see her on the bench. So maybe he's going to ride with what he has. And listen, he has the feel of the team right now, so he's going to go with what he feels is necessary to win this game. He's been around this game a long time, so I know he knows what he's doing. So they're going to huddle up, and they break, and Jamaat is not going to be in the game. So it is George, Mugen, Pena, Hanchin, and Espina. 46.3 seconds low, down by 1. Inbound to George. George has it. She pulls it back out. Over to Pena. 18 on the shot clock. Drives, gets it to Mugen. Mugen drives, spins, and scoop shot. Misses. Out of bounds off of CSI.
Wow.
7 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
I like the move. She almost got what she wanted, but good thing it's still Brooklyn ball.
Go to the basket and draw a foul. 7 seconds, got to inbound the ball. Gets it to Espina for 3! No good! And CSI rebound, you got a foul.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
There it is. There it is. Smart. That was a good foul by the Bulldogs.
Open 3, she didn't hit it. That was the right shot. So now,
prior to that Espina shot that, she just took, it looks like Coach Lang might have drew up a play for Mugen, which is why she did what she did, trying to find her way into the paint.
Yep.
I'm sure she wanted the 3. That's what Mugen does best.
Well,
but you got to find it however you can.
Well, right now it's going to come down to if she makes 1 or 2 foul shots. If it's still a 1-possession game, whether she hits 1 or 2. But if she only hits 1, Brooklyn has a chance to win the game on a 3. So 25 lines it up. That's Schmitter. She puts the first shot up, and she hits the first one. They're up by 2. Big foul shot coming right here. 26.3 seconds left to go in the game. So the shot clock will be off. She puts the second shot up and hits. So a 3-pointer will tie. Brooklyn College needs a 3-pointer to tie. Send it into overtime. Pena now has it. She spots up for 3! No good! Mugen rebounds. Oh, she throws it out of bounds. So now Brooklyn's going to have to foul again. And timeout CSI. Oh, they got the right shot. Mugen couldn't grab the rebound. Oh.
Pat, what I was thinking, of course Brooklyn needs the 3 to tie the game. And that's what they were looking for in that possession. But they could have also went for a quick 2 and foul immediately right after.
They could have. You can't fault the shot. The shot was there. It was an open 3.
Right, yes.
She just didn't make it. We had a chance for an offensive rebound. Mugen only got one hand on it and knocked it back, but she knocked it back out of bounds. There was nobody there.
Now your best bet is fouling someone and hoping that they miss both free throws.
Yeah, that's what it's come down. Like you said, foul shots are going to determine this game, and that's exactly what happened. So 15.2 seconds. It's a 3-point deficit for Brooklyn.
It's funny how things work. Brooklyn College, they play Hunter College last week. They come back, beat them. CSI plays against Hunter College on Saturday. They lose, and here they are today in Brooklyn College, and they come back against the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Wow.
So right away, Brooklyn's going to have to foul as soon as the ball's inbounded. Oh, they didn't foul as that was Leo. No good. Rebounded by George with 7 seconds left. She gets to the Mugen. Mugen spots up for 3. Oh, no good. And she's out of bounds.
Oh, my gosh. They gave it to the player you want to take the shot, and she missed it.
1.5 seconds left to go. And that is going to be the end of the game. CSI pulls out a nail-biter against the Bulldogs here. The first defeat in the conference for the Bulldogs. 58-55. That's the final. And man, oh man, what a game did we have here.
This was a nail-biter. This was a nail-biter. And at the half, you know, we talked about so many things. But the one thing that we did predict, Pat, was the fact that this game was going to come down to the very last second, and it did.
You said it.
Wow.
And it very well could not have. I believe this is what I might have done, being that they got back in the game by getting down low and getting layups. I would have went back to that 2-3, double team anybody in the low post, make them kick it back out, and make them beat me by shooting a 3, which they weren't very proficient at coming into this game.
Right.
Also, I would have brought Jamaat back in the game for low post presence, especially when you're only down 1 and you have possession of the ball. Listen, you can point to many different things as to why this game went the way it did. The bottom line is this: opportunities missed. They had the running game going, and they did not finish in the running game. They had many missed opportunities.
Right, and the thing that really stands out to me is, well, one, I'd like to credit the Dolphins for actually finding their way back, you know, with time against them and, you know, being able to take the lead against the Bulldogs at their house.
Yep,
you know, that means a lot. But my main concern is, where was Jamaat? I know she was in foul trouble, Pat. I know everyone in here knows it. She had an amazing third quarter.
Yes, she did.
I mean, you got to bring her in, she just – I don't know. She had to see something when there was very little time in the fourth quarter.
You believe
and she didn't
like
see
I
action.
believe. Listen, 4 fouls at that point, 150-something left to go in the game. I don't care about 4 fouls. I want my strongest low-post player and rebounder on the court to give me the best shot. If we do miss, she has an opportunity to get me a rebound back. Now, guess what? They did get some offensive rebounds. The bottom line is the open shots that they found, the 2 3-pointers, Pena won, and then Mugen right at the end of the game to try. They were open looks. They just didn't go down. So we're going to get Miss Espina and Coach Lang after the game. So they're going to come in, and we're going to interview them right now. How you doing, Mr. Espina? Pat Brown here.
How you doing?
Hard loss, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think you take away from this game going into Wednesday's game at Baruch?
At the end of the day, I think it's really just about the little things. We had this game from start, and we could have took it, but like I said before, it came down to those little things: who's going to box out, who's going to get those big rebounds, and then fouling, especially on my part. We really need to be more disciplined on defense because we can't let them get easy points like that.
Your play is very inspiring to your teammates. You hustle, you good after it, you take some great moves down low in the post. What do you attribute your tenacity from?
Honestly, it has a lot to do with my work ethic. I just work like a dog, honestly, like a bulldog. But I come in every day looking to attack the details of my game, trying to fine-tune my game as much as possible, be more consistent with shooting, be a better ball handler, be better as far as getting my teammates open.
Well, I know it's a hard loss, but you're going to put this behind you. You're going to look to Wednesday. So good luck going forward the rest of the season.
Thank you.
We're going to bring in head coach Alice Lang. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. How's it going?
It's a tough loss,
Yeah.
58-55 at your home court. You lose your undefeated record here. I know that's not really playing in your mind right now, but I have to ask you the question. 1:56 left to go in the game. Jamaat to the bench, 4 fouls. I thought you could have brought her in. Your decision was to keep her on the bench.
No, she fouled out.
Oh, she fouled out?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, she fouled out.
Oh, okay. See, they had 4 on the board.
No, she fouled out.
Okay, so that's the reason why she wasn't in the game.
Yeah,
But
no.
Coming away, you did a great job in the second and third quarter with the 2-3 defense, packing them in, forcing them to shoot three-pointers and jump shots, which they weren't very comfortable with. You got away from that a little bit. What do you attribute to the lack of discipline on the defensive end?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. We're going to have to get back to work defensively. We just aren't doing the things that we usually do on defense. So it's, we had a little bit of a break. Then we went out to California trip, and we've come back, played a few games here. But we really haven't had a few consecutive days of practice to get back to some of our drills, some of our fundamentals. So, it wasn't the best performance tonight. At crucial moments, we kind of gave up wide open layups. I mean, it just didn't make sense.
Well, going into this game against Baruch on Wednesday, I know you're going to review what happened here, but going into Baruch is another challenge in the conference. You want to wipe this away. What are you going to go into the locker room and tell your team right now?
I'll tell them that the things that we didn't do well at the end of the game that hurt us are the things that we've been working on all year. And there's no quick fix to getting better. You just got to keep coming to work every day. And we'd have liked to win this game, but, we'll play them again.
Right, we'll play them again.
Yeah.
You'll see them down the road.
We'll see them down the road.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. I appreciate the time that you take. Good luck on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll be there to see you pull out another win.
All right, great. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to bring my partner, Ivan Morabel, back in. We got the final stat sheets here.
Pat, I heard you bring it up to Coach Lang, and you told him, he told you that Jamaat had actually fouled out?
Yeah, and on the board it said 4 fouls.
Right,
so we had no clue that Jamaat fouled out the game.
Yeah,
so that's the officials and the score table not letting us know what was going on.
Exactly.
So that's just baseless for us to say anything because she fouled out. She couldn't come back in the game.
Right.
He did say the things that he's been working on all season are the things that came back and bit them in the butt right now, and that's the reason why the defensive lack of intensity happened.
Right. And, they had an amazing third quarter. We talked about how it wasn't just a couple of players doing their job. It was actually everyone that was on that floor in the third quarter coming together as a collective, but unfortunately they weren't able to carry most of that momentum into the fourth quarter, which is, of course, why they're going home.
Yeah. They lost an 8-point lead.
Right.
From the third quarter going into the end of the game. They lost an 8-point lead, and they lost by 3. So you get outscored because you didn't do what you needed to do defensively to stop their momentum. So let's look at the final stats. CSI shot 36.1% from the field, 22 of 61. And Brooklyn shot 31.7%, 20 for 63. 30% from the three-point line, and they shot 36% from the three-point line. And foul lines, that's where again, 10 of 19, 9 of 13 is kind of even, but here it is, 25 turnovers to 22.
Right.
And 19 offensive rebounds they gave up.
You know what I'm really taking a look at, Pat, and I agree with everything that you said, but take a look at the bottom here. The score by each quarter. They outscored CSI 19-8 in the third and gave it right back. CSI outscores them 18-7, and that's the game.
That's the game right there. And remember, Brooklyn didn't score their first points until 6:52 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So 4 minutes go by, and you don't have any points. So they tipped away.
Today was a great game. but a tough loss for Brooklyn College.
Yes, it is, and we want you to stay tuned right here on Brooklyn College Bulldogs YouTube channel as the men are going to take on the same College of Staten Island Dolphins. I'm going to have the play-by-play along with Anthony Mack. I'm going to say thank you to my partner, Ivan Marabell.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure doing the game with you.
Of course.
You bring that suave fair kind of move on. But listen, it's going to be a great time. Hopefully, we'll get to work another game later on in the season.
Right.
And stay tuned for Game 2 of this doubleheader, the men's basketball team right here at the West Quad Gymnasium. Brooklyn College Bulldogs at YouTube. I'm Pratt Brown, Ivan Marabell saying good night.